Growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, I got to experience the peak of what is now called dad rock. Bands like Breaking Benjamin, Three Doors Down, 3 Days Grace. That was the music at the time, and it is what my friends also listened to. And I'm sure other people around my age had this exact same problem when you were asked, what kind of music do you like? You said two things: everything but rap and everything but country. So needless to say, when it comes to things like rap and hip hop, obviously, I was never really exposed to it a lot when I was growing up. It wasn't until college where I made, friends outside of my initial high school group that I started being introduced to other genres of music and other artists that I probably never would have checked out if it hadn't been for expanding my horizons and making new friends. So go ahead and take a trip back with me to the year 2015. So in 2015, I was introduced to Chance the Rapper with his album Acid Rap. Now I know it came out before 2015, that was just when I got exposed to it. And when I was exposed to Acid Rap, I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. See, Chance the Rapper's story is that when he was in high school, he got suspended for 10 days for drug possession, and during that 10 days, he decided to make a rap album, which he did, called 10 Days. If you go back and check out 10 Days, I think it holds up pretty well. It is what it is. But this was a complete album made by one dude, and it became a hit. Then he did it again with Acid Rap. Then he did it again in 2016 with Coloring Book. And it was at that time period with the release of Coloring Book that you saw every douchebag wearing that hat with the 3 on it. And of course, with the success of Coloring Book, Chance the Rapper got even more mainstream success and continued to make more albums which had more professional production rather than just kind of him doing it on his own for the most part. The most recent album, Starline, is actually really, really good, and I recommend checking it out. Yes, he did play a couple of those songs, but we'll go ahead and get there in just a moment. The reason why Chance the Rapper kind of resonated with me specifically during 2015-2016, is during 2016, I was enrolled in graduate school to become a doctor. I failed, obviously, that was an incredibly painful period in my life where I felt lost for a very, very long time trying to figure out what I wanted to do, where I wanted my life to go. And, I look back upon that period with a lot of soreness and pain just from failing that severely for the first time, but having a wrench thrown into my life plans and my path and what I thought I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And I look back mostly with Acid Rap as kind of a way to heal some of that pain. Obviously, Chance the Rapper is a lot of fun, a lot of high energy, but it's kind of more like the more somber, sadder songs that always resonated with me just a little bit more and very, very much helped me with the healing process. Acid Rap was, of course, a huge, huge part of that. But then after, continuing college to finish my undergrad, after failing graduate school, I really also resonated with Coloring Book as well. And if you haven't checked out Coloring Book, it's really fantastic. So this current tour for Chance the Rapper is Coloring Book 10-year anniversary. Given the size of Chance the Rapper and his crazy, crazy mainstream popularity, I was actually surprised that this show was at the Fillmore in Philadelphia. The Fillmore is a venue that I'm going to a lot. I'm actually going a few more times later in the year to see Dragon Force and Guar. So that's going to be fantastic and obviously a different kind of show. But I've certainly seen my fair share. And I always thought that Chance the Rapper could fill out like big stadiums, and maybe we're going to get a bigger tour down the road. But I do think that maybe this was kind of like a litmus test to see, how well would he do? Would people show up? And people showed up in droves. The Fillmore has the standing area on the floor and the upper balcony. So needless to say, it was completely sold out. There were so many people on the standing room floor that on both sides from where I was standing, there were people like in the back towards the bar area, like trying to get a peek over to see. The footage that I am going to show for this video may not necessarily be the best, you know, considering I was in the standing area, but as you could tell, it was absolutely packed. And one thing to note, everybody was singing along.
We know, we know, we got. We know, we know, we know, we got. We know, we know, we got.
But before we go ahead and before we get into Chance the Rapper, we always have to make sure that we talk about any openers, give them their moment. So the opener for Chance the Rapper was La Reezy.
La, when I say la, y'all say reason. La, la, Philadelphia. Let me hear you say ha, 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 ha. Let me hear you say ha, 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 ha.
As I have stated previously before, and given my complexion, it is obvious that things like rap and hip-hop are not in my big knowledge base. I don't know much about it. But what I do know is that I found La Reezy very, very entertaining. As with everything, I feel there are a lot of negative stereotypes when it comes to rap music. You know, I think back when I was a teenager, I had this image in my head of like, oh, rap music is all like, you know, lyrical, miracle, spiritual individual type lyrics and really shitty, crappy beats, or like songs about like hyper violence. And sure, you do get a little bit of that here and there. It wasn't until I was older that I kind of appreciated it as like an art form. And the way that I kind of see it, it's kind of like high-speed poetry in a roundabout kind of way with pretty sick beats, not gonna lie.
I kinda like hurricanes, those sports vacation till the FEMA start trip. Till that FEMA start trip. Call for my fam, let it stay out till it's cooked from the city. It's cooked from the city. Believing in God, had discipline in my religion, got that from my uncle.
La Reezy was a lot of fun, very high energy, you know, spitting off lyrics really, really quick, dancing and jumping, all that fun stuff. But what stood out to me the most was like the positivity. I think that nowadays it is very easy to kind of get down in the dumps or get depressed with everything that's been going on. I think it's very refreshing to go to a show and it's not all about doom and gloom and everyone's gonna die and AI is gonna kill us. It was just like really nice positivity.
Kids at the school and get some gas. I need it in the morning to break them in school. I know your pockets don't use the credit cards. We've been owing since 02. Oh Lord. Dad, I made the team. Could you pull up to?
He did a bit that I didn't record where he was like talking to his dad when he was like 7 about wanting to go ahead and be a rapper. So his dad was like, okay, well go ahead and play me some songs. And then La Reezy went and said, you know, he said bad words and like shooting and gangbang and all that. And his dad was like, son, you don't have any enemies. You don't have a weapon. You're not killing anyone. You're 7. It was at that point, if the story is 100% accurate, that La Reezy decided to go ahead and make the lyrics a lot more, you know, positive.
To a drunk on the bench, he on the break for his shift. I overheard his conversation. He said his job ain't shit. Said he up on he quit. Said he be charging $20 an hour. Cause all his partners charge too much for a tip. And niggas ain't got it like that. You trying to make them $60 an hour, maybe about a bottle and a couple of cigs. I can't lie. He has a funny.
And I think that really did shine through the performance. We had a blast. We were all warmed up, and then we get to the main event, Chance the Rapper, for the Coloring Book 10-year anniversary tour.
Whistle me in the song air. Now you're laughing when Krillin saying something about blonde. Jesus, black life ain't better. I know I talked to you. Say you the man of that house now. Look out for your family.
It is kind of crazy to think that 10 years have passed so quickly. Believe it or not, in a roundabout kind of way, I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years. And not that it's ever really amounted to anywhere close to success or great success. I do think it's kind of interesting to kind of look back at some of my old videos, especially like Dixon South or even my really old concert reviews from 2019, and kind of look how not just I've changed with getting balder, fatter, and somehow hairier on my face, but just how like my mind has kind of changed. I mean, I'm still the same person, but you know, I think differently. I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit wiser, and I kind of have a better idea on like how to do what I like to do. And it's interesting to kind of see that with Chance as well, because we're actually the same age, if you can believe it or not. So the show itself had this really big light screen. Before I show any more footage, I do just want to say, hey, strobe light warning. There are some clips where it's like those red and blue lights, which kind of made me go, oh, geez. The footage that I am going to show does have bright flashing lights. course, 2016 Chance the Rapper is certainly a much different person than he is now. But I gotta say, man, when it comes to performance, like, dude's in his prime. It's absolutely amazing. One thing that did surprise me is that Chance did not go ahead and play the entirety of Coloring Book. He played every song for the most part, except for one. And the one song that got skipped was How Great. I think that was kind of a good choice because Chance the Rapper does have like a pseudo-Catholic religious Christian theme, and not in a bad way. Like, it's very positive, you know, God is good, God has blessed me, God has blesses us, and all that stuff. So again, very, very high energy and uplifting. But the song How Great is like the first 3 minutes is like, how great is our God, and that can get kind of draining, you know, when you're at a high energy concert and you're not really expecting it. So if that was a song that got cut, I think that was appropriate. I did notice that Chance did not play a lot of the songs like in their entirety. Some songs he did, but then some songs he would play like snippets of. Like one song that I really like is All Night. You know, all night I've been drinking, all night I've been drinking, all night I've been drinking, eh? Because like I love the second verse because Chance is like, is you, ain't got gas money. Like the way that he performs that song is very fun, and I was kind of expecting to sing along with that, but he only played the first half. Which is fine, considering the number of songs that he did play, and we get more than enough snippets to kind of satisfy you from listening to it. It was a really, really great selection across the board. He did not play Coloring Book front to back. He kind of interwove other songs, and towards the end, we did get a couple of songs from Acid Rap, so that's great. Some of the songs that he played from Starline was Link Me in the Future, which is like, ooh, that's pretty. We also got Tree and Ride, which are songs that I also really, really, really like.
Mama used to always keep us. Say what the incense and the wash she for, and the wife will have it. There will never be another way. She told me, son, don't worry, don't you have no shame. There's gonna be frustration in this one man's game, and they're gonna have a title once you leave the life.
So I do think that his selection of songs was excellent and tied into each other very, very well. I said before, it's that positivity that attracted me to Chance the Rapper as an artist and now a performer. When I listen to his music, you can hear the smile in his voice. Like, you know how if you're talking to somebody on the phone and they're smiling, you can hear the smile in their voice. I don't know how to explain it other than that. But Chance the Rapper, absolutely, you can hear that smile when he sings or when he laughs, or when he does the little vocal stems like the ah. When I brought my girlfriend to the show because I wanted her to come with me, and I was showing her Coloring Book for the first time, and she was like, oh, why is there a dog barking in this video? And I'm like, that's not a dog. That's him. So through like his lyrics and his joking and his, you know, goofy vocal stems, you can tell that Chance not only has a lot of fun performing, but a lot of fun in the recording studio as well, which just makes the listening experience all the better. One awesome highlight is when he started going into Smoke Break, which is another one of my favorite songs from Coloring Book. He actually was like, guys, I got the auto-tuned microphone. And it was like watching a kid on Christmas playing with like a brand new toy for the first time. And he was like, you know, singing and going, you know, like all the ups and downs with the auto-tune mic. And I gotta say, like, it worked really, really, really well for Smoke Break.
Make some noise.
It feels so good. Since the last time I used the auto-tune my front row, front row, front row, front row, front row. Alright, this is my favorite part. We deserve the small things. We deserve the small things. To be told.
Eventually, he did go ahead and put it down, but you could tell that he really wanted to keep using it because it was just so much fun to play with.
Go ahead with your body and tell me what you think. Say we gon' have it, we gon' have it, we gon' have a party.
Well, the performance, of course, was fun. You know, there were those songs too that kind of hit you right in the feels, like "Link Me in the Future." Ugh. Man, you know, you sit there and you start getting emotional, or when they play Juke Jams, that's another one too. He's such a master craftsman when it comes to like his lyrics. Cause like, yes, you do have like the upbeats or like the fun stuff, but like he hits you with that dose of reality or moments of self-reflection, which I think is important for an artist. You know, it can't be all fun all the time. And then along with his natural charisma, that tenderness that comes out with some of the more somber songs, I think shines just as much as the hyper fun stuff too.
I'm sure I'll be right here, waiting on forever. Link me in the future, or whatever. I'm sure I'll be right here, just waiting on forever. The streets is crying.
I know I talked about like the screaming, like the flashing lights, but it was so awesome to see like the different visual effects and like clips of himself or him with his friends or him from 10 years ago when Coloring Book first came out. It was just very, very well implemented with the musicians as well as the screen on the back. So that really added to the visuals of the show. I will say Chance himself didn't really address the audience all too much, which I understand because he just kind of wanted to get in, bang out all these songs and then kind of get out. But the visual components were something that I'd never really expected from a show like Somewhere at the Fillmore, because normally I'm used to punk rock shows where there's like a backdrop with the name of the band, not like a full EDM show to go ahead and go along with it.
Just another day.
It's always a mark of a great show when it goes by super quick, because I mean, it did go by super quick, and not just because the songs were shorter, but just like that high energy, the charisma, and of course like everybody just singing along with the music. I mean, everybody was singing with every song. It was beautiful. And it also goes to show what Coloring Book meant. I mean, the album is 10 years old, and there were people, you know, my age or maybe even younger than me that might have been listening to that when they were in middle school or high school, which is admittedly horrible to think about that I'm getting that old. But it's one of those albums, and I think Chance is one of those performers that can kind of go with anybody. You know, you don't have to be of a certain demographic or a certain musical taste to appreciate him. He's just that good of a craftsman.
She want a nigga that pull her hair and hold the door for her. Baby, that's only me. That shit okay with me. Baby, okay, though. Say what? I'm the one. Early morning in the underdog. Say what? I'm the one, yeah. So you sick of all the other imitators.
Another highlight that I didn't get recorded was there was a bit where he was like freestyling. So he started off by asking someone like, how much was your ticket? How much was your ticket? And then he started going off into, and those tickets were the same price. When I'm on stage, I wear the same ice. And then he went into this like rapid fast, like free flow. Like it's amazing to watch someone in real time go ahead and essentially make up a song by themselves just by saying words. His flow is very, very impressive. And not just for recording, but like live too. I was like, oh, wow. Like it's a testament to his razor sharp wit, which I think is important if you want to be that kind of performer and make this kind of music. You got to be quick on your feet. You got to be able to kind of throw the words together. Because as you listen to his music, I mean, there's points where he like strings word, and I'm like, ooh, Such speed, good sir.
Tumbling under underground, come and follow the trail. I made Sunday candy, I'm never going to hell. I met Kanye West. He said let's do a good ass job with Chance 3. I hear you gotta sell it to smash the Grammy. Let's make it so free and the bar so that it ain't one gosh, I'm pointing. Always come around, come around, come around, come around, come around. So work out the highs and the ups and downs. No need to hide, the skies are coming down. So when you're high, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down.
It was beautiful. Everything about it was beautiful. I noticed that right towards the end, a bunch of people started to leave. And this happens with concerts where someone will go ahead and leave before the artist is done. Personally, I believe that it is best to stay as long as you can and to finish. I mean, you paid money for these tickets. You drove out. You probably got dinner. You got drinks. You paid $20 for a fucking Bud Light. You might as well finish the damn set and listen to everything. And I think that's a particular shame because Chance the Rapper chose to end with 2 songs from Acid Rap. It was Cocoa Butter Kisses, Somebody's Everything, which is like both beautiful songs. And the finale was Same Drug. And like, I got emotional. It felt like going to church. And I don't mean like boring Catholic church of like, oh God, I'm a bad person and we're all going to hell. No, like fun, high energy, God is good, God is glory, that kind of thing. And it was like a religious experience in a strange kind of way. And it was beautiful. Like the bit at the end that always gets me with Same Drugs, it's like, you know, don't forget the happy thoughts. All you need is happy thoughts. Then there's that part where it hits where it's like, you know, what did you do with your hair? What happened to you? You know, when did you forget how to fly? Like it makes me like tear up. It makes me emotional thinking back to 10 years ago when I would hear this stuff for the first time. And, you know, now life has changed so much. And, you know, I've just changed in different ways. I mean, hair. And that was the beauty of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if you do the duty dues or not, but y'all better get loud on this whole bar. All my day. All my day. I'm gonna finish my day. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come and when we go. We cast down every.
I don't know when Chance the Rapper is going to be coming around again. I hope that he does. I would love to see him again. But no matter where he goes, I mean, I know the dude's going to do well. He is talented. He's funny. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. It was very clear that, you know, when he was with his ex-wife, he loved her to death. Coloring books, all these songs are about her. It's very clear that he loves his kid too. He just seems to me like a genuinely nice guy. I know that as he continues to make music and evolve and collab with people, it's just gonna get better and better. And I genuinely look forward to seeing him. I would love if he would do a tour specifically for Acid Rap. I don't know if he ever has, but like I would love to see that like front to back. Ooh, that'd be so good.
Keep all them sentiments down to a minimum. Studious, bootiest, maximum models keep sending home. Pics and they jiggy, tally up cinema. I slurp too many pain kills now, I'm off of. I got a lot of off days, but it ain't often and I'm off this block. Y'all know what I mean. I got the Chicago. We invented rock, but it's gone. We just aiming back cause the cops shot you. Oh.
Now, in terms of merchandise for the show, I'm wearing it. I did not get this hat in 2016 when everybody else did. I always wanted to, but I just kind of forgot. So I actually got this at the show. I was hoping there was going to be some more colors available for the hat because I know that some shows did. But we're getting kind of towards the end of the tour, so all the merchandise is getting sold out. Like I wanted the band shirt that has the tortoise on the back. They didn't have that. So I just ended up getting this one instead. And the hat, so I'm satisfied with my purchase. But it's just one of those things where stuff is selling out. People are buying this stuff in droves. It was funny because my girlfriend got like a mystery bag just to be like, $60, you know, see what she got. She got 2 t-shirts, including this one. And she also got a cup and a Chance the Rapper coloring book face mask back from the COVID days. So 2 t-shirts, including this one, you know, it was just funny. So if you do go ahead and you do get a chance to see Chance the Rapper, I absolutely recommend it. I cannot recommend it enough. I will say, I mean, tickets sold out super, super quick. I mean, to me, it feels like they oversold the venue, honestly. And anywhere he goes, I know the concert is always going to sell out of tickets just because of who he is. It was fun, it was high energy, it was beautiful, it was emotionally moving. But it's always just fun to be in a group of people that like the same thing as you or like the same music, artist or whatever, and you're dancing and singing along together. I think that's one of the most beautiful things out there and not something that you get to experience every day. I know I said this before in my Red Vox video, but I also find Chance the Rapper very inspiring as well. You know, it takes a lot from a guy who got suspended from school to start making rap albums, and then he's working with people like Kanye West before he went crazy, collaborating with DJ Khaled, Justin Bieber, T-Pain. Oh, they played Finish Line during the tour, and oh, I love that song too. Lil Wayne as well. There's all these people that he's been able to work with and collaborate with, and I just find that to be really, really inspiring. So, of course, thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
We don't do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs. Do the same drugs no more. Ooh, she don't do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs. Oh, my voice got back.